This is the Eli Speaks Sportscast, giving you the latest updates on news regarding the sports world and culture, and getting straight to the point. It's raw, honest, and no BS.
Welcome to this edition of Eli Speaks Sportscast. Please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and support my channel. Now, if you're an Atlanta Falcons fan and have been a fan for so many years, you're going to definitely get behind what I'm about to say in the next couple of minutes. Hall of Famer Champ Bailey, great player at that, generally made a perfect point about why there isn't enough of a UGA Atlanta Falcons drafting relationship. In the wake of the Eagles' second Super Bowl victory, much of their starting defense were UGA draftees: Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Kelly Ringo, Jordan Davis, and Nakobe Dean. UGA, for so many years, was well known for producing great defenders and is one of the top college football programs in college football history. Champ Bailey will go to say, "It is unfortunate that the Atlanta Falcons don't draft more UGA players," and I definitely agree with that statement. Since 1966, the Atlanta Falcons have only drafted just 12 players from the University of Georgia, by which none of these picks came in the first two rounds of the NFL draft. All 12 of these picks were absolutely bust. With the most recent pick came in the 2024 NFL draft and defensive lineman Zion Logue, who was then waived and claimed later by the Buffalo Bills as he was selected in the 6th round. The Atlanta Falcons for so many years had numerous opportunities to get quality players from the University of Georgia. But as always, they either pass them up for other teams to get, or other teams are so smart enough to trade up to get those UGA players to the point where the Falcons have zero chance to get those players when their time is on the clock for the draft. And they would have to settle for UGA players that were low tier late in the draft, like usual. For much of the Falcons' franchise history, much of the players that they usually drafted from came from the University of Alabama, Clemson, Florida State University, or other colleges that aren't typically well known for producing quality players. With how the way this franchise is currently being ran by an aging owner who likes to keep it in the family, a clueless general manager who has yet to have a winning season and yet to hit on any of the picks he chose, a head coach who shouldn't be a head coach after what happened this past season, and a fan base who has one foot in and one foot out because of how terrible this franchise has been for so many years. The reason the Falcons don't draft enough UGA players for their team simply because they don't deserve them at all. Why would any modern UGA player be drafted to a franchise known for embracing the suck and used to losing and blowing leads while they could be drafted to a powerhouse NFL team, whether it's the AFC or the NFC, that has a great coach, a great culture, and have what it takes to win and eventually become Super Bowl champions in their first 2 years? UGA football players are used to winning, and that's all what they see. Let's be honest. No UGA player will not want to come to this franchise because the Falcons is the epitome of embarrassing themselves on national TV, week in, week out. Sunday, Monday, Thursday, sometimes Saturday when they have a game. They are the epitome of embarrassment, and they have been for the past 8 years. As a matter of fact, for the past 60 years. They're pretty much the factory of losing. And I hate to be honest on that, but that's exactly how the Falcons have been for the past 60 years. They're so used to losing, and they don't want to change. The only way the Falcons would ever get quality UGA players at this point is in free agency. The Falcons will just have to live with that strategy until they can get out of that dark place that was Super Bowl 51. Because as of this moment, 28-3 still lives rent-free in many people's heads. And much of the Bulldogs probably at that time was watching that Super Bowl and looking like, oh my God, our Capitals team just got embarrassed by Tom Brady and the New England Patriots in a comeback. That shit had not happened. Before I go, I'll just say this. I get what Champ Bailey was trying to make a point on about the lack of the UGA Falcon draft connection not being there, considering the fact that the city of Atlanta and Athens are about 70 plus miles away from each other. But let's be real honest. The Falcons team ran by Arthur Blank and having Raheem Morris as being head coach. For these modern day UGA players coming out of the University of Georgia, this tandem between Blank and Morris and Fontenot will waste these careers of these UGA players coming out today. This team is so used to losing. These UGA players want to win now, and they don't want to waste no time. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of the Eli Speaks Sportscast. Let me know what you guys think of my take. There's some speculation that the Atlanta Falcons front office is going to hit the draft this upcoming April in the first and second round and get these quality players from the University of Georgia. But we'll just have to wait and see what their decision is, because we already know how the Atlanta Falcons are. They wait until somebody gets the player that they want, and then they have to settle for less. And as always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and support my channel. Go to youtube.com/@EliSpeaks, SPRTS. That's youtube.com/@EliSpeaks, SPRTS. And I'll see you on the next one.